Where's the book? You seen the book? Where's the book? Come on. Elsie, Jaden, Fox. Who else? Amaya, let's go. Go over me, girl. Let's go, Piper. Where's my book at? Julian, you seen the book? Nico, ¿dónde está mi libro? Where's my book? Dormilona, Alison. Is it over here? Here it is. Who put the book over there? Not me. Well, actually, maybe it was me. Hello, boys and girls. Yes, Mr. B, I did shave off my goatee, cut my hair a little bit in the back. A friend did, my wife's friend. Anyway, she had a mask on, don't worry. So I'm here, and guess what? It's time to go ahead and be back in a suit. It feels good today. Hope you had a peaceful Memorial Day, and you thought about the men and women who gave their lives for our country, for our freedoms, and sometimes for the freedoms of other people. Definitely. Okay, it's time to go for Diva and Flea. I wonder what they've been doing. In fact, what was the last chapter? Oh, yeah. What was this one? Yeah. When she went ahead and she actually did see La Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower, and she goes, I'm not a great flaneur yet, but I am brave. And she was, because she left basically the safe environs of her apartment. And let's see. Yeah, okay. So anyway, we're at chapter 8. Should I flip this way or that way? I guess this way's better, huh? Okay, chapter 8, and it says, a strange noise. Flea surprised Diva by arriving outside the courtyard. In fact, he's over there. Can you see him right there? There it is. Arriving outside the courtyard the first thing the next morning. He was eager to discuss the adventure of the tower around the corner. Diva thought she had been very brave. Flea wasn't so sure Diva had been as brave as she thought she had been. But then again, as Diva pointed out, Flea hadn't tried something new the day before. So that's true. Suddenly, Flea became very quiet. Oh, I did not mean to hurt your feelings, said Diva. It's not that, replied Flea. He had heard a strange noise from inside the building. It sounded like croosh, croosh, or maybe it sounded like croosh, croosh. What is it, girls and boys? Is it Mr. Bird putting on a polyester shirt? They do make noise, you know. My shirt is not polyester, you know, it's made of cotton. Is it basically, it's not a broom, it sounds like a machine. Is it someone like maybe an electric shaver that sometimes people use? I think it's something else. Flea wanted to know what that sound was. Oh, said Diva simply, that's breakfast. Breakfast? Asked Flea, sounding out the word for the first time. But don't forget, of course, he would be saying it in French, not going to be saying it in English. But anyway, this was exciting. Flea was discovering a new thing. I guess being a flaneur and an alley cat, he doesn't know what déjeuner, what breakfast means, as we would say in English. It's like, what is that? He pondered for a second. Pondered means kind of thought about it. Then he asked, with a touch of jealousy, is breakfast your friend? Kind of, replied Diva with a laugh. Come and see. Suddenly, Diva ran through the doorway into 11 Avenue Le Play. She looked at Flea from inside and smiled a nice smile. Take a little step and see how it feels, she said. Very funny, replied Flea, but he did not move. Are you coming? Diva asked. I am a flaneur, Flea said. Of course I am coming. But still, he did not move. Now, just asking, why do you think he's not moving? Why doesn't he want to go in the apartment? Now again, for him, he's never heard of breakfast. He doesn't know what breakfast means. It means obviously breakfast, déjeuner. So, let me fix that. So basically, again, maybe he's just afraid that I don't know what breakfast is. I'm not sure. It sounded kind of odd. But don't forget also, I don't think he's ever been in an apartment. I think that's part of it. Yep. And it is chapter 9, a grand sight. Okay, and there he is over there. Flea was a great flaneur, but he was no fool. He knew there were many surprises inside of buildings, some of which included brooms. The fact that brooms usually swung at visiting cats did not help things one bit. So I guess he has a reason to kind of be cautious, doesn't he? But if Diva was inside, and she was, then it couldn't be that bad. So slowly and carefully he followed in Diva's paw steps. Ha ha. Flea had seen many things, and yet his tail shot up when he saw the grand entrance hall. There were giant mirrors and golden frames, fancy designs carved on the stone walls, and a marble floor that made Diva's toenails click as she walked across it. There was also an open door. "That is where I live," said Diva, before dashing through the doorway and completely disappearing. Flea took a deep breath and said, "It is a good thing I am so brave." But he did not say it very loudly. Then he crept toward the door. And of course, that means to walk slowly and look at the fancy apartment that she lives in. Can you look at the first page? Look at all this. Wow, I see. Oh, that's a nice. What is that? Is that a clock or a ticker tape? That looks like a clock. Oh, a picture of Diva. Oh, back there, a nice cushioned chair. And look at all the pictures of Diva. And I presume, is that maybe her mistress's son? I'm not sure. But anyway, look at that right there. Wow, does Mr. Bird have one like that? Probably not. That's pretty cool. Now, how do you think Flea feels being in this very fancy apartment? What adjectives, what feelings? Surprised, okay, overwhelmed. Is he jealous? I don't think he is. Okay, is he shocked? Is he, I don't know. There are these slippers, pantofles. So anyway, wow, that's quite an apartment. But, she does a good part of Barry. Behind the door, I don't want you to see the picture yet. Behind the door was an apartment with a table and chairs and a wall covered with photographs of Diva, sitting, smiling, and running away from things. The photographs were all different except for one thing. Diva looked very happy in all of them. Flea I correct myself, right? Flea realized that someone must stop and look at these photographs often and smile, just as he was smiling now. Then he realized that no one had ever bothered to take a picture of him. Poor guy. He's an alley cat. He has no owner. That was a big thought for Flea. Big enough for him to forget where he was for a second. You know what that means? It means his guard goes down. He's not on guard like this. On guard! He's like, he has to always be listening because being an alley cat, he knows there are things out there that want to get him. So it was a big thought for Flea. Big enough for him to forget where he was for a second. Flea turned to Diva to ask her about the photographs and noticed that she was right next to a pair of feet. But notice she's not yelling feet. Why? It's in her apartment. Whose feet would they be? Her owner's. He noticed that she was right next to a pair of feet. And that pair of feet was right next to a broom! Yelled Flea. Run away! Diva! Run away! Can you blame him? I don't think so. We'll see what happens next time, boys and girls. Room 2. Is he going to just totally run away? Is that going to be it for him and say, you know what, I've had it. I have no more of this with the apartment. You're a nice cat, nice girl, nice lady, but I'm just going to say hi to you from the between the fence and the bars. I don't know. I read this a long time ago. I don't remember exactly what happens. I think maybe I do. It's a good book. Anyway, okay, boys and girls, you have other things to do. We missed PE. yesterday, and also Mr. McLean with music. I don't think Mr. McLean is going to make up the music with us. I doubt it. Um, PE, I think we're going to have tomorrow on Wednesday because usually when we're in school, you know that Coach Tony makes us up on Wednesdays. So, okay. Anyway, just looking over there. Oh, okay. So, all right. Let's make sure you do everything you're supposed to do. I will see you, of course, later at 1 o'clock. That hasn't changed. Don't forget it's time to share. And don't forget, goal one, be kind. When someone's sharing, ask a question. Don't be like this, going like this, please, or like this. I'm not going to name names. Okay? You know, be respectful, have your hands down, listen to the person. When it's time, boys and girls, are there any questions? Boom. Does it have a name? Okay, it doesn't have a name. We want to name it Mr. Fufu, whatever it is. Okay, good. Okay, that's it, boys and girls. I got more work to do. Definitely. That's it. The holiday's over. Catch you later.